Wow, hey, guess what's going on today? We're in beautiful Caldwell, but there's something I want to talk with you about Caldwell that you might not be expecting. Let's talk about that next. Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here, and Caldwell. You've seen the videos before. You kind of have an idea how beautiful this downtown is, but when you're doing a search for houses on the internet and you search Caldwell, it doesn't mean just this downtown area. What else does it mean? Let's go find out. So when you think Caldwell, right there's the city limits, right? But when you're doing a search on the internet, everything in this blue line comes back as Caldwell, except for if it's really right in the town of Notice proper or Greenleaf proper. But everything else comes up Caldwell in your search. And that's more than obviously just the downtown. So take for instance, we've got Caldwell right here, and this is the old part of town. It's very tranquil. We've got big trees, some houses for sale. Hi kids. They're so cute up here. And these, great neighborhoods. Some of the houses need fixed up. Some of them have been fixed up. There's not always one for sale in this area, but today we've got one here on my left, and we've got another one over here on my right. So I'll give you just a little idea of what things are going for around here. This one over here, this white one with kind of the brown roof, it's going for $322,350, and it's 2,739 square feet. It's a huge house, built in 1951, so it might be one of the newer ones. Nice thing about this area here is it's all historic homes. There is a historic district, so you just can't change the outside of your house without keeping it the original feel. But another great thing is the location. You're just blocks away from the old downtown. We've got schools right here. We've got the library right down the road. The senior center, I'll give you a little hint there. If you're under 60, you can go there for $5. But if you're over 60, it's free, and you get a great meal and some great conversation. And yeah, someone like me, I'm the young guy there. I think more people should check it out, because it really is a great thing to support. So that's what in-town Caldwell is all about. But let's go check out what else is in town, and then we're going to have some fun and explore out of town. So here we are in another part of Caldwell. So we're over here on the western side of the regular town of Caldwell, what you consider the town of Caldwell. And what we're looking at today is this house right here. So we've got just a regular neighborhood with some regular houses. It's a little bit older. For instance, this house we're looking at is from 2006. Looks to be in pretty decent shape. The neighborhood is becoming more mature. Everyone keeps their houses up pretty darn nice. This could be a place where maybe you could be comfortable at. So, just for instance, this house is going for $525. I think it's probably a little overpriced. But what I really wanted to show you was the neighborhood. So this is a 2,229 square foot house, and it seems to be pretty consistent with all the other houses here. 3-car garage, upper bonus room. So is this what you think about when you think of Caldwell? I do. But there's some other great houses, properties, neighborhoods, areas that are also considered Caldwell that you might be happy in as well. Let's go check some of those out. What do you say? So here we are in another part of Caldwell, and we're looking at a fantastic home here, but this is not necessarily what you think of as Caldwell. And why is that? Well, right over that little rise is where Middleton starts. We're about, I don't know, 2 miles from downtown Middleton. So we're over here north of Highway 44. And it just feels like no other part of Caldwell for sure. We've got some fields around here. Over there's a pasture with some cows and a nice big pond. And you have room out here. So all this land between here and that wooden fence all stays with this house. This is almost 2 acres of land with this house. I know, it's fantastic. And when you think Caldwell, one, do you think of houses like this? And two, do you think of just being so close to Middleton? I mean, you're within walking distance of downtown Middleton, and you'd be all day walking to Caldwell, but yet it's still called Caldwell. So when you're doing your searches on the internet, and it says Caldwell, and you're thinking, wow, I don't want to be on Caldwell. Well, maybe think again. I really like this house. I just thought I'd show you a little bit of the inside while we're here. I mean, this is really fantastic. The hugely vaulted ceiling up there. This place has got 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. Brand new. Nice island here. Plenty of space just to enjoy life. Oh, and this is a nice thing too. Some people like it. Your butler's pantry. So, yeah, wall-mounted oven and an oven over there underneath the stovetop. Pretty nice. And your property goes all the way back to that tree. So if you wanted room for a shop, something like that, maybe Caldwell, something like this place would be just the thing for you. Well, I have something else to show you that's technically Caldwell that you might not expect to find in Caldwell when you do your search. So let's go check it out. So here we are checking out this place. We're only a mile away from that last one, but it feels like a world away, doesn't it? It's kind of older, quieter, more rustic, more rural feeling for certain. Like I say, we're a mile from that other place, and we're a mile closer to Middleton. I mean, you could almost like throw a football and have it land in Middleton from over here in Caldwell. Let's check out this house though. So this place is on an acre, which is something that you see quite often on the outskirts of Caldwell, where you can find places with a little bit of land. We're not talking, you know, like big ranches like you might find in Texas or something, but just a little bit of space. Maybe you want your chickens or a goat or something. Or maybe you just want the freedom to, I don't know, let your kids go out and have fun. Take your dog for a ride. So this is Caldwell. Like I said earlier, if you're doing searches and you see Caldwell and you go, well, I'm thinking, you know, downtown Caldwell, old houses, not for me. Maybe Caldwell is for you. Remember, Caldwell is, when it comes to where it is for searches and things like that, it covers a huge area. And yet, here we are in another part of Caldwell. Well, not in Caldwell, but they call it Caldwell. And this is kind of an older community, subdivision. Kind of everybody just does exactly what they want to do. No HOA out here. But yet everyone seems to keep their stuff up pretty nice. Maybe that's just Idaho. Let's go take a look. So this is a place that's for sale right now. Sits on 0.36, so over a little than a third of an acre. It's got a little shop there in the back. It's pretty nice. Like I said, no HOA. This place has got upstairs and downstairs. Comes in at over 4,200 square feet. But what else is kind of cool about this place is this right here. The Purple Sage Golf Course is just, I don't know what, 60 yards away? Not even. You'll find all these little gyms out here, and I'm doing air quotes, Caldwell. You might be next to a fantastic golf course. Or you might be next to a dairy farm. It's just kind of hard to tell. Yeah, we're several miles away from Caldwell. And you see all those new houses going in over there. Those are all within the last year or so. It's a real nice development. And yes, even this is considered Caldwell. We're up here way to the north at Sand Hollow. There's no houses to show you up here. There's not that many houses up here. But every once in a while, some will come on the market. And of course, we can set you up on a search for that. Let's just take a look at what you'd be looking at if you were here with me. Definitely you get the rolling plains feel as you're up here looking around. I do see the freeway over there in the far off distance. Oh yeah, did I tell you we got lots of water here? I've been in California where they have those signs that say that this used to be a field or an orchard, but now it's just a barren dirt pit because they don't have water, or they didn't let the farmers have it for growing food. But anyway, we got it here and we use it for what it's supposed to be used for. So there's some more parts of Caldwell that I think we need to go check out. And here we are still in Caldwell, but we're a long ways away. Just drove a half an hour to get here. And from the last place up at Sand Hollow, and we're over here on, well, quite a few miles to the west of Lake Lowell. In fact, where are we? That ridge there is Chicken Dinner Road, and then past that is Sunny Slope Wine Region. Not to say we don't have wineries right around here. In fact, within just a few miles from here, we've got something like 14 different wineries. So you can be out here in the country, still be in Caldwell. This lovely little place has got just shy of 6 acres. Definitely out here in the flatlands. We have agricultural fields all over the place. And if you go that way several miles, you'll be in Nampa. But yet, we're still in Caldwell, but miles and miles away. So I'm just wondering if I'm making my point that when you guys see a search for Caldwell, that it's such a huge, vast, wide area that you could be looking in. I guess on the one hand, don't discount someplace if you don't want to be in Caldwell because of things you've heard on the internet. But you might find a place like this and say, oh, Caldwell, don't even think about it. But we're like so far from Caldwell, traditional Caldwell, that it's hard to believe. Guess what? Still in Caldwell. And where are we now? Well, we're even further west. We're right in the heart of wine region. Yeah, this certainly doesn't look like the Caldwell that you would see when you're looking for houses in normal Caldwell. So what do we have here? It's a cute little subdivision of, I don't know, maybe a dozen houses. No HOA or anything like that. This is 1/3 of an acre, just about. But I think the thing about this is these fantastic views, and that you're out here just kind of all by yourself. Well, not exactly all by yourself. You have some neighbors. But maybe you just like to have a little space. So what else is Caldwell? Well, let's go find out. We still got a couple more stops on this journey. Yep, still in Caldwell. And where are we now? We are on the south side of Lake Lowell, kind of way down south. Probably start to affect a southern accent here in just a minute. Let's check out this place. So yeah, we must be, I don't know, 3 miles south of Lake Lowell. And we've got over half of an acre here behind the house. Probably from the upstairs. You might be able to see Lake Lowell. Lake Lowell is kind of over there where all those trees are. So, and this is still Caldwell. Pretty amazing, huh? So what about this place? Like I say, it's over half an acre. It is 2,060 square feet. Looks like it has a nice little garage shop over there with it. That's kind of cool. Seems like you have plenty of, I don't know, peace and quiet. So who'd have thought Caldwell would be so big and so spread out, and that you could find it just about everywhere. And by golly, we're still in Caldwell. Now we're, well, where are we? Well, let's take a look. We're on the Snake River. You've heard of that. Evel Knievel tried to do something with it. This is down here south of Riverside, which is a little wide spot in the road, pretty much the south part of Canyon County. But it's still, guess what? Caldwell. There's not a lot of houses down here. There's a whole lot of relaxation though. There's a couple houses. A lot of agriculture going on. And it's still Caldwell. So if you want a serene setting like this for your next abode, make sure you click Caldwell as one of your search criteria, because if you don't, you might miss out on this. Alrighty, got one more stop in Caldwell. Maybe it's a little bit more like what you'd think Caldwell is going to be, but maybe not. And we wrap up our tour of Caldwell here back in Caldwell. Actually, it's Caldwell by name, but Nampa by spirit, I would think. We are south of Karcher Road, Highway 55, west of Nampa. Well, let's just take a look at what we have. So we're here in a CBH community. I bet you figured that one out. And we're south of Highway 55, Karcher Road, just off of Florida. This is a real fantastic place. They put a lot of green space here. And so this might be another place that you can think of when you think of Caldwell. Probably not. And the reason is because when you hit that road right behind us over there, that's Nampa. You see that RV over there? That's Nampa. Those trees over there, I think some of those are Nampa, some of those are Caldwell. It's just that we're that close to Nampa, but technically we're in Caldwell. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for coming along with me today. We've had a great time checking out Caldwell, and it's been fun. And one of the main point I want to get across is that when you're doing a search of Caldwell on the internet, that you can look at one house that's in Caldwell, and you can look at another house that's in Caldwell, and they might be 50 miles apart from each other. Caldwell covers a vast area in those online searches. It's funny, Nampa doesn't, Meridian doesn't, but Caldwell certainly does. So if you've liked this video, please go ahead and share it with your friends or family, someone that might get some use out of it. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And Well, as always, this is Treasure Valley Dave, looking forward to helping you get home. Bye.